What's up, guys? Welcome into the Downbeat podcast. We're back again. First off, I'm going on tour in the United States. I beg you, right now I'm just begging you to come, okay? Starts on December the 5th in LA. We do LA, Dallas, Chicago, Toronto, New York. Maybe not in that order. Go and have a look. www.thedownbeat.at, so it's spelled Downbeat. It's me. It's Brendan Murphy from Counterparts on every day. It's a holiday special. We've got special guests. It's going to be awesome. I really want you to come. Please pick up a ticket. I'm going to be hanging at merch. I'm going to be selling merch. It's going to be sick. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Treat yourself. We've also got a Patreon, patreon.com/thedownbeat. On it, you get early access to these episodes. You get ad-free episodes. You get early access to merch. You get a bunch of stuff. Most of all, you support the podcast. If you like the podcast, it allows me to upgrade gear. It allows me to travel to episodes. Patreon.com/thedownbeat. You can also pick up some cool merch. This episode of the podcast, as ever, is brought to you by the wonderful people at Display. Now, in the words of Dr. Dre, can't remember the exact lyric, something about plaques hanging up in the back of his office like trophies. Now, I don't have plaques hanging up in the back of my office like trophies, but I do have displays. Displays mount on the wall with a magnet. There's no drilling. There's no nothing. You just apply the protective leaf, stick the magnet on, apply your display in 3 different sizes, any design you can think of. We got Downbeat stuff. I am moving. I have a landlord now, and I will be displating the absolute heck out of my house. Listeners of the podcast can get a whopping 22% off 1 to 2 displays or 33% off 3 or more by going to display.com/thedownbeat and use the code downbeat. They are legitimately awesome. They're everywhere in my house. Do go check them out, display.com/thedownbeat. My guests on the podcast this week are Jem and Josh from Speed. Most hype band in the world right now. I absolutely love the band. And I always thought, what's the story behind certain things? I always wanted to sit down with them, and I got my wish this week. Can't believe just how real these two people are. Like, hate to use the word real, but they live and breathe hardcore, particularly Sydney hardcore. They're doing bits for Australia. They're doing bits for the hardcore scene. Unreal band. Check them out. We had an amazing chat. I'm not even going to ruin it for you. Let's just do it. It's Speed on the Downbeat podcast. You had a podcast?
Yeah, we did one during COVID. Just an Australian hardcore podcast. Like,
fuck yeah.
Because we started the band and then we played a couple shows and then we went into lockdown. And shit was going mad in Australia. It was like going, it was a good vibe and everything, and we didn't want it to stop. Obviously, in that time, we had no idea where we were going to get spat at the end of lockdown or whatever. So we started this podcast just about Australian hardcore. But it was just like me and Josh, like sharing a fucking, like AirPods, like that, one ear, and then just on Zoom and just. Yeah, this is another level for.
Sometimes that's the best shit though. So you probably had good content. What I'm doing is disguising shitty conversation that I'm bad at my fucking job, but people go, that looks fucking good, don't they? I'm like, yeah, it does.
You seem pretty proud of me, bro.
You're doing a good job.
We'll see. Can I interest you?
Let's go. Absolutely. I've never had pre-workout for nothing before.
A recreational pre-workout. Well, no. What we're gonna do is it's margarita flavor. Look at that. It looks like a margarita.
It's a nice color.
I'm not gonna do the plug because I've probably already done the plug at the beginning. Yeah. Drinking lock-in from Stage Flight. You can tell if Dennis wants it because he hit me up saying I need this shit.
Oh, really?
Do you want to take the pre-workout? Is he working out on this tour? Are you all working out on this tour?
Yeah, we've been. Yeah, we only got a day left of the tour, but we'll definitely take it. I'll try.
Just take it. You can take it home.
Sure. Right, cheers, boys.
Cheers. Thanks for coming.
Dude, thank you.
This looks so.
Damn.
Official taste test.
Dude, that's nice.
It's better than the shit I got at home.
Fuck yeah, that's all I care about.
Dude, that's a crispy drink, bro.
Here we go.
It's so funny.
Damn.
Taking pre-workout for nothing. Fucking, when me and my brother were younger, we would have parties at my family house. It was like an open home. Anyone would come over. My parents always encouraged our friends to like party at our house. So we had that kind of vibe. We'd be smoking weed, like having parties. My parents would kind of be like, all right, we're having a party. We told you, don't do your shit out on the street without us knowing. Just do it at home. We're kind of just accepting, all right, you're smoking weed at home. And then it got to this stage where my brother, me and I would like smoke weed on the porch. And one night, like when my parents were going to bed, my mom came out one night And me and Aaron were smoking weed on the porch, and we didn't know she was watching us. And she opened the blinds, and we looked back, and we're like, "Oh shit, mom!" And mom's like, "Smoke weed for nothing. Why you smoke weed for nothing?"
What does she mean for nothing?
For nothing, meaning like there's no party, like there's no one chilling. It's a fucking Tuesday night. Why are you and Aaron smoking weed on the porch for nothing? So today I'm having fucking pre-workout for nothing. No pump, no fucking workout.
That's so
just a fucking
funny.
little fucking.
I mean, it's gonna help you lock into the pod. I think it's pretty fucking good.
No, it's funny.
We're
no,
gonna
for
feel
sure.
fucking crazy. We had a coffee, no food yet. Straight
Oh,
to
really?
pre-workout.
We
We're
could
gonna be
have some food.
No.
Just waited.
Right, honestly, whenever I've never drank pre-workout mixed like this. I'll just have the scoop in my mouth and then
A
just
dry scooper.
I just thought that's the way to do it.
Fucking hardcore. Nah,
I'm not trying to do that to flex or anything. I just thought that that's the way that you just get all of it at once. How my creatine,
Just efficiency.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So I've never really had the flavor, but this is
I know. I like
good.
that. Was a big part of it for me because I was like, I like sipping it. I'm a sipper, and I was like, I'm gonna make a fucking good flavor. I'm not gonna plug my fucking shit, but while I'm on,
nah, do it, bro. Do it.
I
do
mean,
it.
you've already plugged it for me. Jem, Josh, thanks for coming.
Thank you
Thank you for having us,
bro.
bro.
1 day left on the tour.
Yeah, two shows. Yeah.
2 shows, Glasgow. Then what's tomorrow?
Newcastle.
Ooh, weird one.
Should be sick. I think
I've
it's
never
gonna be
been.
awesome. Apparently the hardcore scene there's like popping off at the moment.
Simon, you're from Newcastle. Thoughts?
No, it's good. It's good.
There we go.
They're
That's,
all a bit mental.
that's all I need to know. Most tours don't really go there, so that's why I was like, oh, weird.
Well, that's what I think people were saying about Bristol last night. We played Bristol, and it was straight up. It was probably one of the best UK shows I've ever played, and it was the sickest. One of my favorite shows of the tour so far.
Yeah.
Bristol shows up for
Fucking
Stray as
awesome.
well. It's a weird because it's so close to Wales and it's kind of close to London. No one really does it, but
Yeah.
we do it every time because it's fucking mental.
Bro, it was sick, man. It was sick. I'm ignorant to the geography and stuff, so like even with Newcastle, I don't even know if I've actually even been there before. We've never played there with Speed for sure,
No, definitely not. Yeah.
but bro, UK hardcore shows has been so crazy, man. Especially like, I think it's for everything, but like at least the shows that we've played have been fucking awesome, and all the bands that have been playing with us as well, like been having mad sets. It's been great.
How was Outbreak?
Dude.
I've seen the videos. I know exactly how it was.
It might have been the best show we ever played, to be honest. It's like another level. I don't know. Dude, hardcore fests right now are just like unprecedented, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't-
Outbreak in the UK in particular
Oh,
is
dude.
just fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
Here's another thing though, like it's not a real hardcore show. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
It's a category of its own.
I mean that respectfully. It's like it's an enigma. Like it's its own vibe. It's people have like an expectation when they're going there with. Obviously, when you have that amount of people in the room like that,
Yeah.
you know, celebrating the same thing, and such a legendary fest like that has definitely kind of garnered a culture around it. Especially in the last couple of years, people know what to expect, and like the whole like double stage, like the platform setup, you know,
Yeah.
warrants like a little bit more activity. But I feel like when we get to play festivals like that as a hardcore band, it's almost like an excursion. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like proper school day. You know,
The
what I'm
lights
saying?
are off.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's
Exciting.
Totally. Yeah.
It's like it's like there's no uniforms, like free clothes. Like you get to eat Macca's for lunch, and then you're getting on the bus and you're going like off to the fucking water park for a day instead of taking school. It's like not proper day. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun for bands to be able to do the hardcore bands, but I don't think it's situated in reality of like what the actual scene is. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
good that it's a once a year thing. Like it keeps it special, I think.
What are you going to do? Because your band is on like this fucking trajectory, and you're talking about like, you know, that seems like a day out or whatever, but in my opinion, that's going to be your shows soon. Like, look at Knock Loose. Like, yes, you'll be able to go back and you'll be able to do like hardcore feeling shows. But what are you going to do when that's just a speed headline show?
I mean, we talk about that all day, every day. That's kind of the biggest.
You're going to break
question.
up. You're going to do that hardcore thing and just break up.
I don't think that would be doing the band justice to break up at this point. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But it's the biggest challenge because like hardcore is such a primal thing. It's so like you have to be able to like get up on the stage and fucking push us over and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's part of what makes it what it is. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's just kind of like you're just watching a rock concert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, with that said, like we hit that ceiling already this year. We just did a tour in Australia, and I think pretty much all except for one show had a barrier, or 2 shows had a barrier.
Oh.
And like, there's ways that you can kind of like still replicate the energy. You know, like in Sydney, we just had everybody we knew up on the stage with us, and they were
Yeah.
like causing chaos up there. But like, I don't know. It's still not the same. So I don't know. It's something that we have to approach like one day at a time. And you know, if we can kind of counter it by then going and playing a couple of smaller shows without a barrier, or I don't know.
This whole kind of
We just have
topic,
to
or
do
this topic of like, how do we keep the culture intact, and like reckoning with kind of the wave of hardcore that's getting kind of far ahead of us,
Yeah.
like before we can do anything about it. It's like, is the biggest kind of aspect of what we're doing that we feel like responsible for, like we feel a responsibility about. It's like, this is growing and it's amazing that it's reaching so many more people, and we are so passionate. Hardcore is the thing that we're most passionate about in our entire lives, and we believe in what speed is doing like 200 million%. However, that all stems from the essence of the culture and the values that stem from it, the experience, the true meaning of what all this shit is about. And we're very aware that like, we didn't find out about this shit through TikTok or fucking, you know, like a fucking subreddit or whatever, like, or a meme or like some fucking celebrity wearing a fucking t-shirt or whatever. Like, we found out about this shit because we saw a local flyer, and then there was a fucking youth center putting on shows with kids that look like us playing this kind of like power chord music, you know what I'm saying, that we could get amongst, and like going back and week after week after week after week as teenagers. Like, that's how we found out about this shit, you know what I mean? And that's how you become a hardcore kid, and how you kind of learn the etiquette and learn the true fucking meaning of the culture, in our opinion. So it's like, now we're doing this in a completely different age, in a completely different like playing field. Like, how do we make sure the culture doesn't get diluted, you know? It's tricky, but it's also like kind of it's almost the most rewarding challenge, because it's a whole new time. Like, we can't just like foresee where it's going to go. We have to continually adapt and read the land and be like, okay, this is the step that we need to make. This is like how we approach this next tour, or how we approach this next show, or how we build this kind of like, or curate this kind of lineup or whatever. This is how like much we charge for the tickets or whatever. Like, everything changes like every day. But the thing that's made it the easiest so far is that the band has started with a very clear purpose. And that's never changed. Even though the lay of the land has changed so fucking rapidly and it's continually evolving, the mission from day one, the one thing that we said from like literally day one, when we all got together and started a group chat, we're like, we're going to do speed. The first thing we said was, this band is about promoting Australian hardcore culture. And so for every fucking decision we've ever been challenged with, it always goes, what does this mean for Australian hardcore? And if we can tick that box, or we can kind of like draw up the map and be like, okay, these are the pros, these are the cons, right? But this is where we end up, like, then we'll proceed.
It's a good way to look at it. Like, one of the things you mentioned there is the main way I think Knock Loose still go about it. And I'm like, okay, they're like, because obviously a Knock Loose show now, you rarely get one without a barrier.
Yeah.
But you see the supports that they bring with them to these fucking huge venues, and it's just like, fuck yeah, just good for you guys. Like, that I think is a cool, like, you know, bringing hardcore culture up with them.
100%, bro. They're
Sure.
fucking like, we can attest to how fucking real they are.
Exactly,
you know?
yeah.
Like, Dennis and Kane had met them years ago when they toured us. They did Knock Loose did their first ever Australian tour, like, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago. Somewhere in the last 10 years with Relentless, who's Kane Dennis's other band. And they already met them. They already knew they were mad, but like, they took us out for our first ever full US tour start of this year. And yeah, it's like a fucking Sydney hardcore band opening for the biggest fucking metalcore band in like 5,000 cap venues. We're fucking walking around playing these shows in these venues and seeing like, oh, Steve Lacey played here, or the fucking Channel Trey played here last night. Like, places we don't belong, you know, bro. Like, they have fucking bakeries in some of these catering rooms making fucking fresh cookies for us. You know, as we're about to walk on, you know, someone's there to wipe your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
House of Blues. House of Blues cookies. They're fucking lit. They're so good.
The Salt Shed in fucking
in Chicago. Yeah. That
Too
place
nice,
is great. Have you
bro.
been there? The Salt Shed?
I've never played a venue that big in Chicago.
It was nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. So Knock Loose, like, 100%, they're going up and up and up, but like, their egos are staying down to the ground. And that to me is like, that's true hardcore shit.
But to be a band of that size as well and still have such a hand in like every aspect of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's many bands that do that. And like, to me, that's like them keeping like a DIY spirit while they're a fucking almost arena-sized metal band. You know what I mean? Like,
and also just doing wacky shit.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
Fucking, they're just like still making the music they want to fucking make.
yep. Yeah,
Still
they've only gotten heavier. You know what I mean? Like,
They made a career off fucking spin kick breakdowns, bro. Like, that's,
Yeah.
you have to put some kind of respect on that at least.
It's fucking awesome.
yeah, no, it's sick.
What's the video of you getting chucked in the crowd? Is that from Outbreak?
Oh god, bro.
What happened? Because I saw all the discourse on Twitter, and then I was like, I
Was it
didn't
on
actually
Twitter?
see the video. Yeah, of course it fucking was. It's
I woke up this
charcoal.
morning, bro. I literally woke up this morning an hour ago, and I'm like, all my homies back at home messaging me, being like, "Bro, I saw that video. Are you okay? Like, what the fuck happened, bro?"
I
Like,
was kind of hoping this would slip under the radar. Hey.
same, bro, because that's the whole.
Well, sorry, I've
No,
asked it
it's
now.
okay, it's okay.
Some fool at like the London show who was like 6 foot something got on stage and just picked me up on his shoulders and suplexed me off the stage.
Wait,
into
you
the fucking
didn't know
crowd.
him?
No,
No.
bro.
Oh, that
No
sucks.
way, dude. I had no idea who that guy was, bro. No.
Oh, that sucks.
And
It
like,
was, yeah, it was weird.
it's funny because like, I don't know what it is, bro. Like, when we're being inclusive with people coming to shows and all that, like,
Yeah.
that's straight up who we are. Like, one thing with Speed is, bro, is that like, exactly what you see is what you get. Like, yeah, we make people feel welcome at shows and like we fucking welcome people with open arms, and of course we do because that's who we are as people, bro.
Yeah.
Like we're
You gave me a hug when we met. We've
Well-
never met each other.
I mean, that's just, bro, like Speed is the product. There's like 5 friends who are like, you know, part of like a friendship circle of like 15, 20 people back at home. They've known each other for so long. They've loved each other for many, many years, bro. And like, that's just how we operate. That's just who we are. So like, we'll talk to anybody. We'll hang out with anybody, bro. You know, like I'm not here to judge nobody. We're not better than anybody. We're obviously like passionate about hardcore and we see the fucking, the beauty of it. We see the true beauty of it that we know, at least a side of it. And we want to share that with people. But I don't like, now it's like this kind of, also this thing that we're reckoning with where like maybe some people just feel too fucking included. Like, bro, you're getting on stage, you're picking up the fucking singer and doing a wrestling move off stage with him. Like, what the fuck was that, bro? Like,
I
that's
thought
way
you
too
knew
far.
each other.
No fucking way, bro. Like, dude, that was
Yeah, that's too far.
yeah, bro. And like the whole main character, she's like, yeah, I'm down for people getting goofy. Like when we started the band, we were just trying to make it as hard as fuck and see people with good style back at home. And it got big so quickly. And now we've got all these new jacks at shows and new people coming in and like learning about the shit. And like I fully accepted that like it's cool. The speed shows are a different thing now, and that's dope.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all for it. It's sick. Like we're not gonna be we're not this small band anymore that's just playing hometown shows with just our friends. Like it's this other thing now, and that's amazing. It's the most incredible thing. However, how do you kind of communicate? Like, you know, like
Yeah.
the guy threw me off the stage, you know, and I was fine. And it was funny because I wasn't even mad. The first thing that came into my mind was, fuck, the other boys are gonna fucking cave this head in right now, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, in my head, I was like, what happened to him?
Well, I stopped playing and he went, no. He got, yeah, anyway.
the other boys stopped playing, and I knew that they were ready to fucking stomp this guy's head in. And I was like, yo, just keep going. Like the vibe is good. Like, bro, it was such a great show. There were so many kids there. I was like, let's just not fuck this up right now. Let's just ignore this fool and we'll deal with it later, you know? And so we kept playing, and yeah, it was, but like, it was not chill, man. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's a fairly obvious. Like you're saying, like, where is the line? But to a normal fucking human
You would
being,
think so,
that's
right?
a fairly fucking
You would
obvious
fucking
line.
think so, dude.
Was he drunk?
I don't know what his thing
bro.
is.
He came up to me and he was like, I'm sorry. After he was like, I'm sorry if I offended you. I didn't know I've offended you. And I was like,
Offended?
Yeah, I
you
was like-
fucking threw me into the stage.
I was like, bro, there's a difference between pitting and getting on stage and stage diving, and then literally getting on stage, picking up the singer and suplexing them into the crowd, bro. Like,
Also, like, you're jacked. Like, some balls on
Thank
you.
you,
Some
thank
fucking
you.
balls.
thank you. It's all for show, though. It's all for that guy was literally 2 times my size, bro. It was massive.
We have
Wait.
some hotheads in our band. You know what I mean? Like it was, yeah.
He was lucky. Well,
He got a little bit of,
he got a.
he got a little bit of,
Nothing you can say on
Collabs.
camera.
He
no,
got,
oh, nothing crazy, but
he got away the way. He was lucky he got away.
yeah.
It's good he got away.
But I feel like you said, we're so forgiving with this kind of shit. Like we give people so much leeway because like realistically, when we play, a lot of the time it's a lot of people's first show and they don't understand like the social contract of like a hardcore pit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a
There's
weird
some
thing, right?
violence
Like
that's allowed.
yeah, and so many people can kind of look at it and think they understand it, but just completely don't. Like you look
Yeah.
at it like the way that some people fucking stage dive. You're like, how did you think you were gonna not hurt yourself doing that, bro? Like you just jumped into the floor. You know what I mean? So like we get people climb up on stage and like dance all goofy on there for like half a song, or like take the mic and sing a whole song or whatever. And it's kind of like, all right, like whatever. It's your first time, like I get it, it's fine. But like you said, how can you think that just picking somebody up and throwing them off the stage is
it's another
acceptable?
symptom or it's another symptom or another fucking just another symptom of just how this shit is exploding and people are trying to be a part of it without learning the etiquette. As I said, when we were kids growing up, like I got my fucking face stomped in every second show, bro. Heaps. And I didn't understand. Like the first time I saw Relentless play, fucking Trent, the singer, literally clocked me in the face during Set It Off. I was like, and I was a 14-year-old kid with a fucking fringe across half my eye. And I was like, yo, the singer just fucking gave me a concussion. What the fuck? And I didn't understand it. And then like, you know, after going back to shows, I was like, oh no, he was just moshing. And that was actually dope. You know what I'm saying? But like nowadays, like, I don't know, it's just a different time. And
there's a lot of...
It's not the first time it's happened for sure.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
Won't be the last
doing
one,
it,
actually.
doing it for the video.
Exactly. And that's like...
I feel like hardcore's the worst for that.
Yeah. The safety thing is one thing. Like that was the thing that made me so angry about it, was like if he got hurt, like that.
Yeah, that fucking girl at the Trophy Eyes show.
Right. Exactly.
Fucking is paralyzed.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's an accident, you know what I mean? Like, but
that one wouldn't have been.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like I don't know, that's one thing. But then it's also just like wanting to make it like about you. It's such a...
Every day there's a new one.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much on like just a fucking hater tip.
No,
every day there's a fucking new one.
Hardcore's amazing right now. Unfortunately, just one of the little byproducts of it is like this other aspect of it where, you know, there's a headline every day, you know what I mean? There's always some kind of viral thing. And
there's a main character on the internet.
Yeah.
we're always having a tug of war internally in the band as well of like, you know, like, well, fuck, we should have caved that shit and what the fuck? And I can't help but feel bad because I'm like, I know these people are genuinely like invested in our band. They like us. And they just don't know better. Like, you know, it's their first hardcore show. You know what I'm saying? And it's their first hardcore show and they're fucking 36. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a fan of the band. You know, like I know the intention is pure and you just got it twisted in the second heat of the moment. Maybe you have fucking had adrenaline and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this fucking stupid thing. But it's like, I can't help but just feel bad. It's just who I am. I'm just like, you're a fucking idiot, but I don't want to take it out on you or like, you know, I don't know how to say it. Man.
I think you've already like in your actions, you've already said exactly what you just explained. Like you didn't cave his fucking head in.
I told him, as I said, he apologized and I was like, bro, what would happen if I broke my neck? And he just didn't get it. And I was like, it's all good, bro. We better just get out of here quickly, you know, like, and I think that, as I said, like, I think they got the message, but the main thing for me is that someone's going to post this video. Other people are going to see it and they're going to be like, this is what we do at a speed show. Yeah. This is what we do at hardcore shows. You know, it's like,
I'll tell you
try
what,
that at any other band show.
I'll tell you what, they're not now.
Yeah.
They're not now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, hopefully, I mean, if this is like a viral thing, then the takeaway is that the dude to fuck with.
Yeah, definitely.
It deters people from carrying on like that.
Only one mode. It's fucking sick.
Thanks, Greg.
It's like,
thank you, man.
I listened to like 3 records that came out this year in the gym, which is Not Loose, Speed, and Candy.
Fucking hell.
Thank you.
It's just got that gym vibe for me. It's got
Thank
that
you,
fucking tempo changes. That's one thing that I find missing from a lot of bands these days is just like a fucking wacky tempo change in the middle of a drum fill or whatever. And I feel like, and this isn't me fucking just sucking you off under the table.
Yeah, please, bro.
But it kind of is.
I welcome that.
I feel like since TUI, I've been missing that bounce around of tempo changes. And I wanted to ask you guys, like, how are you writing these songs? You in a jam room? You on a computer? Who's doing it?
I'm sitting in my room or like, I guess in my study and I'm just riffing away, just putting the riffs together.
It's
That's
you?
pretty much it. Yeah.
Just what? You got a computer? You programming drums or what?
Yeah. I'm sitting there just like with a bank. I'm just writing the riffs and then I'll hear the riff and then I'll put some drums behind it and just like demo it out on the computer at the same time.
How are you doing the tempo changes? Mapping them out?
Yeah.
Now, this is why I wanted to ask the question, because it all seems so precisely done. But like in my head, I was like, nah, there's no way. Like, because in my head, I'm like, I'm a fucking nerd for music and like music production. So I'm like, how are they doing this? How are they doing these tempo changes? And I came to the conclusion yesterday in the gym, I was like, nah, there's no way. This is jam room to studio. and I'm fucking wrong.
No, it's not jamming in the studio. It's, I mean, when I'm writing them, obviously it is to a click, you know, I mean, like you're mapping it out, mapping the tempo out, you know, but with that is a very consciousness. I'm very conscious of it feeling organic. You know what I mean?
Oh, it definitely does.
It needs to feel human. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to feel robotic. So when I'm demoing it like that, then we're exporting it, Kane's playing it, you know, and then we're kind of like taking a more organic tempo from that, from what he's doing when it comes to actually like laying it down in the studio. But yeah, it literally starts with me demoing on a computer just for like hours.
I'm mind blown. I could have bet money on I'd have bet money on no click. Like, because someone like your tempo map must look like this. Like fucking.
Yeah, when Kane sees it, it's like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Yeah. But I mean, it's when it translates live, it's a lot easier. I mean, you know, like it's when we play live, we don't have to click or nothing, obviously. He's just filling it out. But when it comes to recording it, like
that's probably why our tempos live are so different on recording as well. Like I listen back to the demo or like older stuff sometimes, I'm like, fuck, that sounds nothing like how we play it live now.
Yeah.
It takes on its own like
I feel like
version.
Some people can get away with that.
Yeah.
You guys can get away with that.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm going to find out tonight. If you can I'm pretty sure I've seen videos, but Stray, we couldn't get away with that because I think it was me. I think I was just fucking 30 BPM faster. We did we did Hellfest in France and was doing press afterwards. And you know what Euro press is like. And the guy went, I noticed you played the songs too fast today. And I was like, oh, fuck. Because we had a 30-minute set and we ended like 25 minutes.
Right.
Because I played everything in fucking mega speed. So we went we took, because on the record, like you, we've got these crazy curves to make it feel real. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to play with a click live. So I'll just play along to that shit. But for us, it works. But I wish I could do that thing where it's like, yeah, let's just play this fucking how it feels on the night.
Unfortunately, we're never going to be able to play it perfect. You know what I mean? None of us are good enough at our shit to be able to just play the song.
But that is the point for us, though.
Exactly.
It's about the feeling. It's about feeling. It's like it is about the moment. Like if I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like especially writing everything. Like every single night, I hear every single mistake. I hear every mistake. I hear every mistake in every song, and I turn
he
the
yells
blind.
at us afterwards. He takes us back. He's like, you fucked up. No, really.
I'm there fucking whipping Dennis. Like, get the fuck on your knees, bro. I welcome it because I mean that's also the beauty of it. Like it's just what's happening in the moment. We're feeling it. Like I'll say something different on stage. Like something. You know, like every night there's something different that happens. Like that's the point. Like it's
when you got people suplexing off the stage, it's hard to play the guitar properly. You know what I mean?
Lucky you're not on a click though, because you could just stop
straight up,
and then just fucking carry on. You can like extend breakdowns and shit and make them slower.
Yeah, which is what we do. Like, you know, if we got like a big build up for like a mosh part or something, we'll just let it ring and just see what's happening. You know what I mean? Like we'll draw it out for fucking 30 seconds if we need to. You know
That's
what I mean?
Fucking sick.
yeah,
it's good.
We definitely lean on the fact that it's just HC.
Yeah,
like just get away with shit. Like I fucking played the whole set like one fret up. Oh, it's HC. You know, like,
The whole set one fret up is crazy.
I mean, literally yesterday, Aaron was like, so Aaron who plays bass, my brother, like this is the first band he's ever played in, the first instrument he's ever played. Like literally, like taught him to play bass to play in the band.
Sick.
And him and Dennis were going through soundcheck with one riff, and Dennis was like, "Oh, is this right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And Aaron was like, "Oh, I thought it was this," and it was like one fret lower. And I was like, "Bro, I've been playing it like this since day one." And I was like, "Oh."
We're uncovering stuff like that every other day. We're realizing that someone's doing something wrong.
That's an ongoing joke with us as well. We're just bassists. It's just open. Just play open.
Yeah,
Exactly. Who
exactly.
gives a shit?
Exactly.
Your brother didn't play an instrument before this.
Nah. I wrote the demo as a textbook for him to learn how to play bass.
That's fucking sick. 2 singles, 1 EP record, or more singles?
What do we do? Demo?
We did a demo, and then we did a flexi, 2020 flex, 2 songs. And then we did We See You, which is on a compilation. And then we did the EP. This is like 5 or 6 songs. And then we did the album.
One Blood on the comp as well.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So we have a demo.
2 singles.
Practically two records.
A demo, 2 singles on or 2 compilation songs, 2020 flexi, and an EP, and an album. Now.
More than 20 songs, but less than 30, maybe. I don't know. That's it.
What did you do before the record when you'd had, because obviously you popped off quite a lot before the record came out.
Yeah.
Did you have enough songs to play a headline set?
Yeah. We toured off the EP for like 2 years pretty much.
Well,
Yeah,
what did you do? That's like fucking.
we had a
5
half-hour
songs.
set. You know what I mean? And like we don't
It
really,
was like 20
Yeah,
minutes.
that's what I'm saying.
20
But it could have
minutes.
been. It could have been 30 though. We weren't playing every song we had.
Extend those breakdowns.
Yeah. I don't know. Like we didn't never really wanted to play that long anyway.
I don't wanna
I,
play
fu-
more.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah,
Half an hour is the max.
Are you playing half an hour tonight?
Yeah, well, every night.
35-ish maybe. Yeah.
35 if I
Headline
talk
in half an
longer.
hour.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I love you. That's my
Who
fucking
gives a fuck,
dream.
man?
HC, bro.
No one wants
What do
to
you want me to-
hear an hour of shouting.
Exactly.
Who wants
No
to
one
listen
can
to
watch
Hardcore
that
for-
long, bro.
Who wants to listen to Hardcore for more than 30 minutes, bro? Like,
Yeah.
get
Let
in,
me,
get out.
let me
That's it,
tell
bro.
you though,
Come on.
you are fucked. You're fucked. You're getting barriers. You're going to have to play for an hour. You have to start getting shitter or get cancelled or else because your band's just going to keep
We
getting
did Enmore
massive.
Theatre in Sydney before we came. It was our last show for the album. We played Enmore Theatre, which was just like way too fucking nice, bro. It's like a red carpet theatre, you know what I'm saying? Insane. Like almost 2,500 people there with a barrier and shit. Yeah, we played for half an hour.
2,500 people headline half an hour.
Yeah.
I fucking
But bro, that
love
was like
you.
6 bands or something. So it's like five, six
It's,
bands.
it's hardcore. Like,
It's
we're
a big
not,
day.
we're not going to go
Sick.
and play for an hour. Like, no way, bro.
That's such a sick fucking little get out of jail free card.
I'll never do this, bro.
Yeah.
I'll never play for more than half an hour. But for the 35, I'm sorry. We will never, ever, ever play for anywhere near an hour. I'm telling you that. If you say what you
45
want-
minutes. What about 45 minutes? To the fucking camera. To the camera. Are you doing 45 minutes?
45 minutes if it involves Josh doing some stand up in between to fill the time, maybe. But
Nice.
like, there's no way I'm playing 45 minutes of hardcore
We should
music.
jam or something. Like just do
can't
like an
wait.
improv section.
Yeah, if we could, that would be mad. You know, if we could actually play. our
Actually,
instruments
yeah,
and shit,
no, we
would be
can't do
nice,
that because we
wouldn't
can't
it?
play.
I went
Yeah, get
to.
Aaron to improv some shit, bro. Get him to fucking freestyle.
You're so fucked. You're so fucked. Like you can't see the forest for the trees with your band's trajectory, maybe, but you are going to have to play hour-long festival sets. You will be contracted to do it. You're going to have to do it.
Bro,
Drum
we already
solo.
are.
They already did.
We already are.
They
They,
did
try,
this
they try to book us for 60-minute sets every time. We play half an hour and fuck off.
Last year,
Fuck yeah, still get paid. That's HC.
we did Copenhagen last year, I
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
and it was so sick. But we did Copenhagen with the only hardcore band that played, and we had a fucking 50-minute set or something. And we were like, what are we gonna do? We was like, all right, well, I guess we'll like get on stage 5 minutes late. And then at the end,
we
just
did that
before we
one,
got
yeah.
on stage, I was like, well, we'll just put an outro on. We played this, what was the song by again?
I can't remember the dude's name. Some old Brazilian funk song. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, Estrela. But we just played this outro song at the end. I was like, Aaron, you just dance for 5 minutes at the end, just to fill time. So we just played the 30-minute set, and then Aaron just danced at the end and just did a dance set.
And all these
Fucking sick.
50-year-old Danish metalheads were fucking frothing
It was
about it.
so
They loved
sick.
it.
Yeah,
They
was
loved it.
dope, dude.
That's fucking
It was
awesome.
the highlight of the set.
It was awesome. Like, we just had a dance party at the end, yeah.
That's fucking so sick. I went to India once with my old death metal band.
Oh, sick.
And like, it was just this rich guy. We'd already split up. This rich guy was like, I never got to see your band. Let me put you on. I'll pay for all the flights, all the accommodation. It'll be like, he put us on at a fucking festival at like the University of Technology or whatever. I was on the prospectus front cover playing the drums the next year. Like that.
Awesome.
Mad. There was like fucking 2,000 people there.
Wow.
No one knew who we fucking were, and they wanted an hour, and we were like, we had an EP and a record. No, I think they wanted an hour and a half. So we came out to Be a Man from Mulan, which is like 5.5 minutes long. So
What
he
a
killed
track,
a bunch
dude.
of shit there.
Yeah.
I did a drum solo. We had an extended guitar solo, and then Be a Man again at the end.
Wow.
Just fucking fully filled it out.
How was India?
Amazing. Fucking, it was incredible.
That's so sick that you did that, bro.
I had the most insane story. My icebreaker story is like, as in like, hello, this is me. This is the kind of things that I do. It happened in India. So we play the show. We go back to the thing, and the guy, it's in New Delhi. We're at the venue, and the promoter's like, do you guys want some weed? And I was like, yeah, I want some weed. He's like, you want the good weed or the bad weed?
You want the bad weed?
Nice. Yeah, but I said I want the good weed, right? Comes back, rolls this joint. Me and our bassist smoke it. I start feeling really fucking weird. I snap into consciousness just as I come, staring myself in the eyes in the mirror in the hotel that's a mile away with a bidet blasting water up my ass. And I was like tripping, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like literally cum everywhere. Like I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Started like,
That's crazy.
fucking shock. And then I was like, what? And I'm like fully just fucking tripping. And then I realized I'm at the hotel, which is a mile away from the venue. Go back to the venue. our bassist is like rocking back and forward in the corner. And I was
Oh,
like, mate,
no.
you just got to have a wank. You just got to have a wank. It'll make it all
You'll
right.
come back.
Next day, I asked the promoter, like, what the fuck was in that weed? He was like, oh, you said you want the good stuff. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I was like, what the fuck's the good stuff? He's like, you know, like angel dust. I was like, oh, PCP.
Okay.
I walked for a mile to have a wank where I was fucking using a bidet to stick water on my ass. I don't know what I did. There's like fucking cows on the side of the road and shit. It's like in New Delhi, India. That's my icebreaker.
That's the experience, bro.
That's how
That's
it
the
is.
experience.
But
Fuck yeah, man.
It's fucking amazing. Food's amazing. People are amazing. PCP's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it sounds like
it's
it.
fucking awesome.
Shit, dude. Fuck.
That's my icebreaker
That's
story.
never happened to me before. I'm gonna say that. Wow, that's awesome. Life full of experiences, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta try them.
be careful with the angel dust.
Feel stupid.
We're still talking on the record. Hang on, I have another sip. Have another little sip. I'm glad everyone's enjoying this.
Dude, that was good
do.
stuff.
It's good flavor.
The end of it's no,
Are you feeling locked in?
really, yeah,
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, bro, I am.
but not crazy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
You know why? It's a plug now. 200
Let's do
milligrams of caffeine, but 200 milligrams of L-theanine, which
Right.
isn't in pre-workouts. L-theanine is from black tea extract, and it's a relaxant. So they like counteract each other, so you don't get the shakes,
I feel that. Yeah,
but like it's like just brings your whole level up.
This man's a scientist.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. I didn't want to talk about it because again, it's like a fucking TikTok-y thing. However, for my own fucking, I really want to talk about it. The fucking Flute boys. I fucking love it so much. I love
you.
the opening of the fucking record. I love
Thank
it
you.
popping up in a song. I thought it wasn't real.
It's funny. Yeah, I'm hearing that now. People like thinking it's like not thinking it's just a sample or some shit. Yeah.
I was convinced it was a fucking sample. What's the story with the flute? You're flautist, the right word?
Played flute my whole life. I have a degree in music studies, majoring in flute performance from the Conservatorium in Sydney. That's the only thing I hold to my name in terms of like education like that. I was a flute teacher for 14 years. Kind of always lived this like double life, I felt. I mean, like, in a big way, excuse me, speed is like, without sounding so like holistic and like generic and cheesy or whatever, but like speed has been such an amazing fucking journey for us as friends and individuals about like growth and just kind of discovering yourself and kind of like chasing like the realest version of yourself. You know what I mean? It's taught me so much because as I've been growing up, you know, I felt like I'm always trying to fucking fit a certain mold or tick a certain box to appease a certain person or like to be validated in a certain way. And with speed, like when we started, like I tried to throw away all of that as much as possible and just acknowledge who we are, who we think we are, who we want to be, and just pursue that without any kind of fear or doubt. And with the whole experience of the band, like it's just completely validated that. It's like, wow, like if I can just put me out there and it's been received that way, that is insane. And we've been trying to double down on that more and more. And the one of those things in my life that was kind of always behind a closed door was like me playing the flute. Like people who knew me in that world, you know, like my students, the parents that I work with, the schools that I taught at, like my colleagues or whatever, they didn't know I played hardcore at all. People in hardcore didn't know I played flute. And when it came to like this record and whatever, I was like that song, it's called The First Says Fuck the Rest. The whole thing is about like owning yourself. Who gives a fuck what everyone else thinks? Be and pursue the truest version of yourself. And I didn't want to be like, I'm hardcore Gem, and now I'm flute Gem, and I have to wear these different caps. Like, bro, I'm all of them at one. I can just be me 100% of the time. And firstly, the music fit, like what you hear with the flute thing is just exactly what I heard in my mind when we wrote that part. And I damn it, it's the first thing that came out.
It's the sickest thing I've ever heard. Sorry
Thank you.
Sorry to derail you.
No, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. All the other boys thought it was fresh. I was like, yeah, keep that in. Let's do it. So that's the first point. And the second point was like, yeah, fuck it, bro. Like, I mean, I play the flute. Like it was up until last year when we quit our jobs, I was teaching flute for 14 years. You know what I mean? It was something that I had never, ever, 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 ever envisioned to incorporate musically to this world. I never, ever thought, how would this be possible? I still don't know beyond where it exists in the album, how it would be possible. But with that song, especially at the end, like we just tried to write a jam part. You know, it was kind of approached it like musically like almost like a stage band thing where like everyone has this moment. You know, Aaron has his little bass part. There's some different drum parts in it.
It's fucking.
There's some guitar like sound and stuff. You know, it's almost like a jazz band where people have like their own spotlight. And so the flute just kind of slotted in like that too. But really, it was almost in a selfish way. It's about me kind of putting that all out there and being like, I'm going to own both of these things together, and I'm not going to shy away from any of it. And I'm just glad it worked musically too. But I don't fucking blame anyone for not understanding it, because like, bro, you put my fucking life, you put us as people on paper, you won't understand it, bro. You know what I'm saying? None of this shit makes sense. The fact that we're here in Glasgow playing an amazing show tonight, touring the world as a Sydney hardcore band, doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. So I don't expect anybody to get this. But the fact that a lot of people do in some way and see it and understand it in a real way, that goes so far for me, because it's like, it means that you can actually see who we are and what we're trying to do, and it connects, and you connect with it. Like, I thought that we'd have a million more haters than we currently do, bro. You know, so it's a privilege.
I assumed it was a sample until like fucking 2 weeks ago when I had a little bit of a dig. But like, I thought it was fucking sick as fuck. Even as a sample, I was like, fucking, I haven't heard flute in a song, like a heavy song, since fucking like Focus, like Hocus Pocus, fucking like. And I was like, this is the sickest shit ever. And then finding out it was real, I was like, oh my fucking God. And now finding out the story with the lyrics and with like you bringing, you know, whole self into this, that's fucking cool, man.
Thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Seriously.
You ever get like anyone, like a normal mic pick it up or what? You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, we just use the main mic. Yeah.
We just do it into the vocal mic.
Oh, I love it. How long before someone puts flute in a hardcore song that isn't you?
I don't know. I mean, like,
odds on it.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, I've never really met too many other people that can play the flute like that.
It's going to be a sample, bro. Yeah. It's going to be a sample. They're not bringing their true self to this. They're bringing you.
Oh, well.
We, I think, like when we first recorded it, like we were kind of just looking at it as like, you know, additional kind of like texture on the record.
Yeah.
And then once we started playing, we're like, oh, fuck, we're like, we got to play the flute every time now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like people, like when they see it come out, they like cheer for it and shit. You know what I mean? They're so excited about it, which is such a funny thing.
Like almost everything. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Like almost everything that happens with this band, I did not think that this at all. We did not ever expect that this would take on the beast that it has. Yeah. We went on the Knock Loose tour in end of April, and we went on tour for 3 months, and we knew that we were like, okay, in that time the record was coming out, so we had 3 of the singles coming out, so we had to learn all these songs and slowly add them into the playlist and into the set list. And one of the songs was the first test with the flute in it. So I was like, okay, like 5 weeks into tour, I'm gonna have to start playing the flute on stage. So I packed my flute into my bag, in my luggage bag, and it lived in my bag for 5 weeks. And then maybe 5 days before we were playing it, I was like, shit, we should probably start sound checking this song and just start practicing it and like doing it. The first night that we played it, like the reaction, like we were on tour with like Loathe and Knock Loose, and all our friends backstage were like kind of hearing it and kind of like losing, like kind of freaking out about it. And I was like, oh, like kind of when I realized like, oh, like this is kind of different. Like, I guess, I don't know. Like I was starting to feel the hype about it. And when we played it the night before the song came out. We played it in Pittsburgh for the first time ever. And like people lost their fucking minds to it. And I was like, oh shit, like this is like a thing. The next day we played it in Silver Springs, the day the song came out, and it went off even crazier. And I remember I was like packing up the flute, and I was sitting with our homie Rudsy, who comes with us and does all our videos and everything at the Saddest Day, the fucking mastermind of our visuals and shit. But he was like, you realize that you're gonna have to do this like forever now. And I thought in my head, I was like, holy fuck, I'm gonna have to fucking play like last night was the last speed set that we ever played, probably. That will never have a flute in it. You know what I'm saying? Like
pack more shit now.
Yeah. Bro, like you know how weird it is to be playing in bands for like 15, 20 years or whatever, and like your setup is just like guitars, pedal case, drumsticks, like breakables, like that's it.
Yeah.
Now I have to add a flute to it. Like I never ever contemplated that, bro. Like every practice I rock.
We still haven't figured out how to travel with it. Yeah. You still forget it every fucking time.
How big's a flute? I've never seen a flute IRL.
The case is like this big. It's
easy,
it's tiny, but it's
get its own pelly, or like a massive one for a gun.
Well, he just slid it in with the cymbal bag the other day, and then it came out at the airport and it had fallen out. You know what I mean? Like we got to figure it out, dude.
It's just it's very, very weird for me as like someone who's been doing their whole life now that's finally combined, and just to realize like this is I don't know.
It must be quite a proud feeling to incorporate the two sides of your life into one finally.
I'm proud of everything that there's a band has been able to achieve, bro. You know, like just people enjoy what we do. People come to our shows and have a good time. And the way that, as funny as it might be, like, people get fucking so G'd when they see this flute, bro. Like,
I get G'd. It's
my
fucking
whole
crazy.
My whole life, bro, I was teased for playing the flute, bro. It was never a cool
That's what
thing.
I mean. There must be some pride in there.
If it's the thing that makes like people think, like, put more respect on different instruments, on people to own their own individuality, if that's the bigger picture, bro, and if that's bringing joy to people like that and giving them confidence to do things like that, like, that's fucking awesome, man. Because like I see so many people who grew up like especially like Asian kids like me back at home who are like pigeonholed to be a certain thing or have tiger parents who I luckily just never had.
Sorry, what parent?
Tiger parents.
What's that mean?
Just
Sorry.
like parents who are like, do your homework, be an accountant, fucking be a doctor, like just full fucking like, you know, I'm like
I didn't know if that was just a stereotype.
It is a stereotype, but it is a thing too, bro.
Oh, okay.
Especially being a teacher, I see it too, you know. But like, I'm lucky I never had that experience. But I'm just trying to say, I guess, that like, you know, growing up, like the flute was, it was never a cool thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was either one of 14 girls who played it, or I was just like amongst all these preppy posh people that I never fit in with, or like people call me gay for playing it or whatever, which is totally fine. But I'm just like, it was never this thing that was cool. And now if it's this thing that like, it gives like, you know, the fucking oboe player in the crowd like a little bit more validation or whatever, or it gives people more.
I want to hear a fucking oboe. Oboe is the sickest. It's so sad. Such a sad instrument. Get a fucking oboe.
It's hard to play that good, bro.
breakdown.
It's hard to play the oboe good, bro.
Do you know what though? Like bigger picture, and it makes your music makes a lot more sense. Like I'm a metal. I love metal. Like I like hardcore. Love metal.
Yeah, word.
Love like black metal, death metal.
Mad.
But like certain hardcore bands, I really like. You guys are one of them.
Thank you.
And now it's in my head. It's making a lot more sense. Like, why do I like this more? Because bigger picture, you having this degree in
Yeah.
you got the fucking big brain, bro. That's what's happened. Like the flute's giving you that big music brain, and that's coming out.
It definitely has helped shape the approach to the music, you know, like structure, like,
You understand it.
and just like tempo times in inches, like all that kind of stuff. Like being able to apply that in a way to songwriting and stuff, like definitely is like the basis, you know.
I love the story behind it. Love it.
I fell out of playing. Have you ever seen Whiplash?
Fuck yeah.
That was my full experience, like at university.
Really?
I was like, when I saw that film, because like my other friends, you know, like they didn't understand what I was going through. Like George, like they never knew what I was doing there. My parents didn't fully get it. Like when I saw that film, I was like, yo, did you see this? This is exactly what I went through. You know, all the crippling anxiety that I had, like all the fucking days that I would spend 6 hours fucking like burning myself just doing pinky exercises to fucking play the flute. Like this is exactly what I experienced. And it made me fall out of love with that. Like, bro, like when I finished high school, like I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I didn't have, my parents never pushed me to do nothing or do anything. But I was like, I can't go to fucking hardcore guitar school, you know? But I played the flute, and like my teacher was like, you should audition. You should just try it. Audition. And I got it, and I was like, well, I like music, so I'll do it.
Yeah.
I fell out of love for that because I just didn't have the passion that was required to fucking be like an orchestral musician or whatever. Like I realized like this is not about the technicality or anything. Like I'd be fucking burning myself playing the flute to a recital of like 5 fucking people in suits who were like posh as hell, who I'm for some reason trying to seek validation for. I was also like 19.
Yeah.
And just like dying over the fact that I fucked up one note out of a million in a fucking recital. And then I go and play like a hardcore show to like 100 people, losing their fucking minds, you know, with people who don't even know the difference between a fucking crotchet and a quaver. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Having
I love that.
The best fucking experience ever. And I'm like, how do I reckon these two things? And it was like it really put things into perspective of like, it's so much more than just music or technicality or any of those things. For me, it's like, I don't give a fuck if this is cheesy or whatever, but it's literally about the fucking friendships. It's about the feeling. It's about the passion. It's about the experience in the moment. Like, how can I have such an insane feeling and an insane bond with people in this like tiny fucking room that smells like piss, you know, where everyone's fucking clocking each other and then going and getting ice cream with each other after the show for 3 hours, kicking on the pavement outside the front venue. How can I fucking love that so much and get such a good feeling? And then do this other thing that's meant to be like a job or meant to be posh or meant to be you know, classical music or whatever, like, and not get anything out of that. I'm reaching so many more people to like the 100 people in our scene, like on the weekends doing hardcore music than I was fucking playing classical music. Like, I realized like that's what it's about for me. Like music is not, it's about it's just hardcore, bro. You
But
know?
in a weird way, though, you kind of had to do that other stuff to get that.
Oh, dude,
feeling.
of course, bro. Of course, man. You know, like people say, like, oh, I got this arts degree or I got this, like, fucking went to school for nothing. Like, bro, I would not be here today. None of us will be here today if we didn't eat shit playing in all our other bands for however many years. If I didn't, like, have this experience seeing this person fuck up and realize I don't want to go down that path, or if I didn't go to fucking play classical music, or if I didn't teach flute or whatever, like, all of those things brought us to where we're here today, you know? And life is a fucking journey, bro. You know, no matter where you are, like every single thing is a journey. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Like you're learning stuff from it, you're growing, and you're getting to another destination. And we are just so fucking grateful that our journey has brought us here and we're on this insane wave right now. It's like, we didn't need to do this, bro. Like as a band, as Speed, like we were meant to, Australian hardcore was fucking tiny, man. Like, I don't know if you could name more than 5 Australian hardcore bands right now. Like, and this is the biggest it's ever been. Like literally, when we started in 2019, fucking Sydney hardcore, Australian hardcore was not really pumping, bro, at all. And that's the reason why we started, because we didn't have enough local bands to fucking fill out in Sydney.
Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to assess if I can do it by the first band that I say. Warbrain.
Okay, hell yeah.
Wait, did you say Australian?
Yeah.
Or Sydney? Okay, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, that's a good start, honestly.
I fucking love that band.
That's
I
awesome,
toured with that
awesome.
band in 2013 in
No
Australia, actually.
What tour?
Oh, I used to play in a band called Brutality Will Prevail.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
did
thought
you?
so. Yeah. Okay,
Oh
cool.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, BWP was mad.
Yeah.
That's hectic.
It was fucking. I joined when AJ the singer quit. I got a new singer.
Yeah. Eddie. Right?
Louis.
Sorry, Louis. Yeah,
Love Louis to
man.
death, but that band was AJ.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I joined at the same time as Louis. So I got to do some cool touring and stuff, but it was like
Sick.
I didn't get to do the cool.
Sure.
But yeah,
You were at that show, bro.
Yeah.
no fucking way.
Yeah, we did two
youth
shows.
center,
Two shows.
Chennai
St.
Center
Ives,
and the nightclub.
Yeah.
That was like our local youth center growing up.
How
St. Ives.
fucking weird is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking
We were in
crazy.
it, bro. Yeah, it was awesome.
Who else was on that tour? Because I could fill out this Australian hardcore band.
Thorns, I think.
I feel like
Thorns,
because
yeah. I have
Buddy
a
from Thorns
I
brought them out.
have a Thorns tattoo. Lee.
Yeah, Lee.
Yes,
I know,
that's right.
so
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
a koala tattooed and it just says BWP Warbrain Thorns.
Nice. That's hectic.
Sick.
How
All right.
fucking weird is that?
That's
We've been in the
nuts.
same room before.
There you go.
For sure.
I'm not going to do it anymore.
Well, you got 2, bro, on your
Yeah, I
belt.
mean, that's
Those are
pretty
2.
good.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm sure I could do fucking more. It doesn't matter. Anyway, unless you want to hype some bands up.
AWOL, Primitive Blast, Knuckle Dragger, Half Man,
Just damn.
The Chain, The Others, Extortion, Shackles,
Iron Mind.
Iron Mine.
Oh, no, them. That's the first one I know out of that entire
Mine?
list. Yeah.
Oh, bro, dude, honestly, Australian hardcore is fucking going awesome at the moment. You know, Last Ride Records, Life Level Regret Records, New Ethic Records, Burning Hammer Records. Check all that shit out. Like, there's a Spotify playlist that's called Australian Hardcore by Last Ride Records. Just start there if you want. Like, I'm sure this band just hopes as we get bigger and bigger and bigger, and however far this goes, we just hope to just shine and deflect that light onto all the other amazing stuff that's happening at home. Because, like, I mean, bro, Australia has barely ever had a chance to be exported out of our country. Like, hardcore,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And for some fucking crazy reason, we're swept up in this hurricane right now and getting spat out to the world. And we are so fucking conscious of how rare that is. But I guarantee you, if you like anything or if that Speed does, and even if you don't like what Speed does, I guarantee you will find something that you fuck with in Australia. You know what I mean? That would open your world up and be like, whoa, this is dope. You know?
I loved that tour that we did over there. I loved every single show,
Hell
every
yeah.
single all the all day or daytime ones, and like it was just fucking sick. That was like my introduction to Australian hardcore. And I was like, this is fucking sick.
That's mad.
It kind
is a sick time.
kind of felt like home, but with nicer weather.
For
It is
sure.
very similar, to the
Yeah.
UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick. I can't believe you've been in the same room.
I mean, that's hardcore, bro. You know, like it's small places. You know?
Yeah.
Someone in Germany said to me the other day, the world is a village, you know, in terms of hardcore. And I was like, that sounds a very German thing to say, but I like that. it is a village, bro, especially if you're in hardcore.
There's like 4 songs where you don't say Speed in it on purpose.
I feel like Speed has just become like the.
Don't quote me on 4. It's just when I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh, a song that didn't say the word Speed.
It's just the mosh call. You know what I mean?
It's fucking the hardest
Yeah.
word of all time.
It's
So
just
it's fucking great.
Speed, and then
It's a TUI thing though,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
Like, that obviously like so inspirational to us, bro. Like, the goal. We want to start the coolest hardcore band we can possibly do. Of course, it's going to be spat out like sounding like that. Like that band changed our lives like fucking 12 years ago when I saw them for the first time in 2012. Like
Best hardcore band of all time for me.
Yeah,
dude, undeniable, bro.
yeah.
You know, undeniable. So I guess like, and especially like, hardcore is this crazy thing, bro, where like your fucking heroes become your brothers or sisters or your friends and family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like having the validation from Justice, the rest of their crew, bro, like just getting to kick it with them all the time. And I guess just feeling so confident. It's just like the whole thing about saying speed. It's like saying your own name. Just back yourself, bro.
Fucking
You know what I'm
sick.
saying?
On the topic of lyrics and on the topic of TUI, one of the things that made me resonate so much with TUI and with you is like, there's some love songs in there. I love a fucking heavy love song. Love it. I'm a sad boy. I'm a fucking Pisces. Don't want to sound ran through, but I'm a Pisces. Like, I love it. I love a good fucking love song.
That's the Crown of Thorns thing. That's the Crown of Thorns invented that. The hardest band of all time with like the fucking most emotional lyrics. You know what I mean?
My favorite shit.
Yeah.
We like are inspired like sonically by, you know, I mean, you listen to us, you can, it's so easy to fucking, you don't even go into, you can hear the textbooks, you know. However, our story as people and what we're trying to say lyrically, it's like we're from a completely different place. I didn't grow up on the streets. I'm not a thug, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not a gangster. Like I'm not hard like that, you know, like, so the lyrics are just coming from a place of like what I'm feeling in my heart. And that's probably why they come out a little bit more positive or like whatever, like I'm just kind of wired that way, you know?
Yeah, it's nice though. I like it.
Thank you.
Particularly, I love a fucking love song. I love a love song that's heavy. I love typo negative. Like I love just give me a bit of love. And also heartbreak.
Well, that's what this, I mean, honestly, bro, that is literally what we're all wrapped up in. This band. Like I was having a big moment last night. It's Josh's birthday. Turned 32 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
32.
Yeah,
Nice. How old are you?
Don't blow
31.
up.
31. But like we are living the most incredible lives we could have ever fucking wished for. You know, forget about touring or playing these big stages or anything like that. The fact that we are able to do this with our best friends, people that we've grown up and shared our life experiences with, like, bro, like I went to my first hardcore shows with this guy. We fucking graduated school together at the same time. I watched this guy get married at the start of the year. You know what I mean? We were at his fucking Bucks party at the end of last year. We've shared our 21st birthday, 18th birthday, 15th birthday, everything together, 30th, you know what I mean? Like, and now we're here fucking doing this out in the world, you know? Like, if I talk about it anymore, I'll get emotional about it. I mean it, because, and that's what we're trying to channel here. It's like, that's what hardcore means to me, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone in the band, bar my brother, and everyone in our friendship circle at home, and everyone in my fucking life, I know in some way because of hardcore.
Yeah.
And we all thought this shit was going to be a phase when you were 15, 16, 17. I didn't envision that this would be my fucking life more than ever when I'm 31 and for the foreseeable future. And I think that speaks something about like what this is. Like, so real life love and the love that you're feeling, the love song is a love song about my fucking friends and family, bro. I'm so grateful. And I'm trying to put that in the lyrics so that if you're seeing Speed and you're seeing what we're doing and you're new to this space, I mean, you just dig a little bit deeper than the surface. I hope that you fucking get it, that like, and you get what even a fraction of what we're getting out of it, because it's so powerful. And especially in this day and age when the world is so fucking dark, like this is the crutch that I can lean on. Is like, I found fucking something that gives me the most meaning I could ever ask for, you know? So that is what HC, that's what hardcore means to Speed. And that's why we just brand it everywhere, because that's the point, you know what I mean?
Fucking love you guys. Like, in my head, I'm like, what are these guys really like? And you sat down, I was like, of course they're exactly like what I think they're like.
Oh,
Fucking
thank you, man.
sick.
Thank
Fuck
you.
yeah. Is that Bruce Lee sample? This is a real quick question. Just a real quick question.
Yeah,
Is it Bruce
there's
Lee?
two of them. There's two of them. There's one in Don't Need One.
Why are you laughing at that so much?
Because so many people have asked us, like, someone was like, oh, it was so crazy. You got your grandpa to speak on the album.
Fuck off. Really?
Or some guy having me like, oh, I love the Jackie Chan part.
Oh my God.
The dude that thought it was your grandpa, I felt for him because he was like,
Wait,
so
he truly
delicate.
meant that?
Well, he was like, he's
He's up there with a guy throwing you off the stage.
No,
Fuck that.
he was so delicate about it, but he was like, oh, honestly, I didn't realize it was Bruce Lee. I thought it like Might be a relative or something. You know what I mean?
I clocked it was Bruce Lee, but I wanted to check. And then I wanted to ask, does
yeah.
anyone do martial arts or anything?
Yeah, Dennis and Aaron both do jiu-jitsu. But I mean, Bruce Lee is just
badass.
just a swagged out Chinese man, right?
He's badass. Yeah, it's right. But also, like, he was somebody who really challenged, or he exported his culture, Asian culture, martial arts to the Western world, you know, and was able to characterize it in a certain way. And at the time, bro, in the 70s, you know, he caught so much flack.
Yeah.
Like, martial art purists were like, what the fuck are you doing? This belongs to us. You shouldn't be showing this to other people. Like, you're commercializing, like, what we're doing, blah, 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 blah. But, like, bro, like, Bruce Lee was the person that put Asian people on the map in a different way. They, like, helped write a certain narrative for us, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel very connected to his story and inspired by that. And then uncovering, like, the first interviews he did, you know, and seeing him speak, that, like, those things that he says were timeless. And when I heard those, like, quotes, I was like, bro, like, that's fucking awesome.
Let me put his flute down for a second. This needs to go on the record.
I know. And, you know, like, we also never want to tokenize, like, shit that we do. We never want to tokenize the experience, like, of, you know, who we are or whatever. But I think Bruce Lee is undeniable. You know?
Yeah, I don't think that's not. You get away with that.
Yeah.
He's
He's so fucking fresh, bro, as well. So
fucking sick.
had to be done.
First off, do you say Nike or Nike?
We say Nike, right?
Nike.
Yeah. You say Nike?
In the UK, people say Nike. I do say Nike, but in my youth, it was Nike, but it is Nike.
Yeah.
Well, correct.
They told us that it was Nike. They came up with the name because when they first came up with the name, they were like, all the biggest companies in the world have 2-syllable names.
That's right, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I knew that. I think that was in the movie.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the movie, but
Fucking sick.
yeah.
Apparently, like 70% of it's not actually correct. Yeah, which kind of bummed me out.
I really liked it though.
I thought it was pretty good too. Yeah.
I'm a sneaker man. So like that collab. How the fuck did that happen?
They just hit us up. They were just like, I guess like, so similar to the UK, Air Max culture in Australia is like, that's kind of our thing, like street culture, lad culture, whatever. It's all, you know, people have been wearing TNs for however long, and it's, they are like synonymous with like underground, like sneaker culture in Australia. And with that said, I guess there's probably not many like figures in Australian culture that kind of like represent that.
Yeah.
And I guess somehow along the way, we've kind of been lumped in with streetwear culture in Australia, I guess. And yeah, they just hit us up one day and we're like, we've got this new one coming out. We want to do something with you guys. Let us know what you think. And so we just jumped on, got on a meeting with them, and we're like, they had a few ideas and they were like pretty, I don't know, they were cool ideas, but they were just like, they wouldn't have been authentic to us. You know what I mean? And we
Brand
like,
people ideas.
yeah. And we were just like,
can you remember any of the bad ideas?
it wasn't a bad idea at all, but they were like, we want to do like this crazy, like 360, like digital screen that they used to make like Star Wars movies with and stuff, and like make it, because the whole like creative concept for it was meant to be like this, it's meant to be like unreal. You know what I mean? It's meant to be like these shoes like unlock like some other fucking stratosphere of existence, you know, some crazy shit like that.
Marketing.
And we were like, well, you know what? I mean, like, going to a hardcore show is pretty extreme. You know what I mean? Like, if we're going to do this, it, like everything we do, has to ladder up to some kind of advantage for the people around us. Like, it has to help the place that we come from. It has to put Australian hardcore on the map, and it has to be something that benefits our family. You know what I mean? So we were just like, look, we're going to use this as an opportunity to promote Australian hardcore. Like, regardless of how it comes out, that's what it's going to be. And if we're going to do that, I think the best way to do that is to take somebody to a show. But you can't obviously do that with an ad. So let's just recreate a show environment with 50 of the best moshers that we know. We'll just put it in a tiny little venue, put whatever fucking Air Maxes on everybody's feet, get as many shots as you can of them just hitting crazy spin kicks. Rudsy, the guy that does all our videos, he can shoot it. Don't worry about getting anybody else to do it. And again, that's what we'll do.
Just bringing hardcore into it.
Exactly.
Well, we, like a couple of years ago, I remember I was thinking like, bro, it would be the craziest thing ever if we could ever do an Air Max Day campaign. That would be mad, you know? Like, we're just fans. It'd be dope, you know? This is what we like. And when the email finally hit our inbox, not finally, not that I ever expected it. We were told it would never happen.
Yeah,
you know? when an email came through, I was on the shit. I remember seeing it, and like, I was actually met with. It was funny. 2 years ago, I would have been so excited and beyond, like crazy about it. But when I got that fucking email, I was like, it was just met with so much caution. I was like, oh, this is real now. What the fuck?
I thought that was coming.
This is actually real because so much has changed now, you know. And we're so aware, as I said before, we're so fucking aware that like people are finding out about hardcore through us, and these are not the steps to be a fucking successful hardcore band by any means. These are not even, they shouldn't even be in the rule book or the textbook at all with hardcore. You know, these are just crazy moments that we're privileged enough to have as human beings that just are being coupled with this insane wave that we're on, right? But yeah, as Josh said, like they had these crazy ideas for us, but I was like, you're not going to have your team on it. You're not going to film it. The only way this is going to work is if our people work on it. We're going to have Rudzi is going to direct it. He's going to film it. Hartley, who's the most iconic Australian hardcore photographer from the mid 2000s, he's going to take the photos. Tom Elliott, who's one of our best friends as well, who fucking helps work on some of my music videos too, like another bloke back from back at home who we know from music. Like he's going to work on it. Like it was a straight up hardcore team all over it. It just means that like Rudzi's going to walk away being the first ever dude. He's a hardcore photographer and he's going to walk away with fucking directed a Nike ad on his resume. Speed is finite. Speed might finish in 2 years time, 3 years time. I have no fucking idea, right? But we are so fucking aware that Rudzi's career is timeless. Matter's career at Last Red Records is timeless. Candace at Beast Mode, who's run our booking agent, who's been our friend for the last 10 years before this, her career is going to be timeless. If Speed can somehow take these things and use them as like accolades for our friends to like bear and get the respect from the broader industry and take them further beyond this, that's fucking worth more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And we're lucky that they fully played ball and we're like, all right, you have your full team on it. Like, we're not going to fucking fly to Melbourne and use a fucking VFX dome that Star Wars used. Like, no, we're just going to do a fucking mosh video. We're going to do a mosh compilation. That's it. You know,
and it fucking worked.
And like to their credit, like it wasn't a fight to do that either. It's not as if they were like, no, we're doing it this way. But like they were very hands off on it and were like, look, we know that you're going to make something authentic to you, and that's all we can ask for.
Would you have done it if it was Adidas?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, because bro, we get
our relationship's different with it. Yeah.
If I'd have seen that, there would have been a part of me that thought, money. But the fact it's Nike, it's Air Max, I'm like, of course they're doing that.
I don't wear Adidas. Like I don't.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean.
We get 99.99% of things that come our way, we say no to.
Yeah.
Like I'm only ever going to do something if we're actually with it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the most insane thing, dude. Like,
did you get heat for it?
100%.
Yeah.
You know, probably more than yeah.
I have to fucking ask, haven't I?
Of course we did. And like
that shit pisses me off so fucking much because it's like the only reason you got heat is because it's so early in your fucking career. Like it happening to any other like legacy hardcore band, number one, they would definitely say yes. It's fucking Nike. Like everyone's gonna say yes. But like I feel like it was just because it was just like you're a new band and then immediately Nike.
I think
also if you look at the video, you don't have any of the context that we just talked about. You know what I mean?
True.
Like you don't know that story. Nobody knows why we did it, what the circumstances were that led us there, how like the control that we had over it. And yeah, like I understand how you could look at it and be like, this is not what my definition of hardcore is, but
it's hardcore, bro. Everyone has their own definition. Yeah. Everyone's protective of it. Everyone's tribal about it. Like, and I respect that.
Yeah.
Bro, like we're coming at this from the angle of like, I fucking like the fucking antisocial shows with 80 people in a club just beating the fuck out of each other with no rules, you know? I love those shows. I don't like, you know, we didn't go to shows to see people with like fucking chicken head suits on and like fucking banana costumes, like moshing on stage. Like that's not the fucking hardcore that we thought that we got into, you know? Like, so I fully understand when people are being protective about it and they're saying like, fuck you for fucking doing this deal or fucking exporting it this way. Like I get that. Cool, bro. But like, you're not living in our fucking shoes. You're not living in our experience, bro. Like what this means for the validation for my fucking family, like, you know, my family, my fucking friends, like Dennis, their family, like, bro, like we've been playing this music for so fucking long without any expectation of this shit, as I said, you know, like this shit just fell into our lap. You're going to fucking say no. I'm going to make this opportunity right, you know, for all of my people. Like, and that's the same thing it's just the same thing that how we've approached everything. Like, how can we use this for the benefit of Australian hardcore culture? And saying all this, bro, we're so totally aware that we're not perfect too.
Yeah.
We're not perfect. We know we're making compromises by doing certain things, but we know that it's going to be, if it's going to be a net positive, like we're going to run for it. And it's going to be a net positive for our people. Like, there's not a single person back home, not a single one of our friends or family back home have ever questioned, why did you do this? If any of our friends pulled us something like, yo, that was whack, you know, like, you shouldn't have done this for these reasons, I would be like, fuck, you know, you're right. Everyone that understands us and actually knows us treats us like we're fucking Olympians, Australian Olympians, like representing them, bro. It's like,
That's fucking sick.
The dude that got me into hardcore, that I met him in kindergarten, we were 5 years old. Still our friend today. He introduced me to
5 years
Jen.
old into hardcore?
Not, sorry, at the time, we didn't quite know about hardcore yet. But he got me into hardcore years later. Yeah. And introduced me to Jem and all of our friends, essentially. He's the type of dude that'll go and like chain himself to like foresting equipment, you know what I mean? Like he's full like that type of vibe. Incredible dude. He never questioned a thing about it. He was like, what you guys are doing is the right thing for us, you know what I mean? Like
it's weird, there's like a grey area in it tends to be the people who aren't ever doing anything for other people are the ones that shout the loudest about being like, you shouldn't have done that. And so, that's, what are you fucking doing? Exactly. I get it all the time because of our lyrical content. And it was like, yeah, but you're selling supplements. You're doing this, you're doing that. So I've got to pay bills. I've got to fucking get people jobs and shit. Like I'm trying.
As I said, I don't, none of us ever claim to be perfect. And we're not an authority on nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're an authority over our own lived experience. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And even though like we see a lot of the fucking negativity and the hate and whatever, and we do think about it, because like I'm not better than anyone. Like some would be like, why'd you do that? I'm like, you know what, in future maybe we can like do something better, maybe we can approach it better, you know, like it's a constant process of refinement. Like we're just hardcore kids, like we're fucking literally just normal friends that started a hardcore band and now here doing this. Like none of us fucking are meant to be poster childs or like fucking put on a pedestal. Like people asking me every show to take photos of me lining up and getting signatures and all that. And like, that's
weird, isn't it?
It's weird. It's strange. It's so foreign to the culture that we come from. However, like I can't help but just always say like, yo, I'm a normal person. Like please, because I don't ever want anybody to diminish them, like the fandom and like idolization culture and all that kind of stuff. It's very strange to me. My idols are my heroes are my friends, bro. Like I asked Josh, like I don't have a huge reference for celebrities or anything like that. Like, you know, my heroes are people like Scott Vogel, fucking Mark Borden, like Justice Tripp, like fucking Elliot Gallard, who records us, like fucking, you know what I mean? Like Tom Hill back at home, who like teaches me so much about like virtues and politics and stuff. Like these are my heroes, bro. The people that I fucking break bread with. Like that's just, and I think that's because of hardcore. So I just, my weird thing about like idolization and all that kind of stuff is I just don't want anybody to ever think like you're all up there and I'm down here. Yeah. And there's always this distinction, bro. Like I'm down there with you in the pit and I'm on the stage. Like it's fandom and all that kind of stuff. Like, okay, like K-pop, whatever, cool. I get that. But like, it's not here, but I'm so grateful for it, and I'm very like, I'm very, very humbled that people treat it with this kind of like respect. But also, please never like let that rob yourself of your own potential or self-worth, because we all started from this fucking same place. We're all fans here, bro. Like everyone in Speed is a fan, like straight up. Like
you just summed up how I feel about it without me being able to like explain it. Like I hate it when someone asks for an autograph, and it's not because it's bothering me or anything. It's because I think like, who do you think I am?
Yeah,
like, we're cool. Like I might as well ask you for your fucking autograph.
Right. We all fucking shit and piss and eat the same, bro. We all smell our own farts. We all do weird shit, bro. Like we're just normal, you know. Like,
but with that said,
not
like,
normal. We're not
never,
normal. But
never shy away from the opportunity to like connect with somebody.
Absolutely.
And like, if somebody comes up and says, "Hey, can I have a guitar pick?" It's like, yeah, dude. Like, I'm not going to act like I'm too good to give you a fucking guitar. You know what I mean? Like,
whatever you fucking want.
If you like it, that's sick. But at the same time, like, we could also just be homies. You know what I mean? It's not like you don't have to be. You don't have to look up to us or anything.
That's the top tier. I'll do anything. Like a Nike fucking phone me and go, let's do something. I'd fucking shit my fucking pants. I watched a video yesterday on YouTube.com. Having my dinner, obviously, as you do. Sat right there.
We're YouTube fans.
A fucking big. You're a YouTube premium. I still haven't done it.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? My issue with it is I fear that they're going to change the money for creators like Spotify did. So basically, right now, if you're on YouTube, you're getting your ad revenue, and the ad revenue is a set CPM for the advertisers.
Oh, true.
Now, if everyone goes premium, then it will be YouTube pays for the premium, and they will be able to set what the royalty
They cut
is.
you in, yeah.
And I think give it 10 years, and YouTube creation will be, you would have far less money because it's not actually advertisers buying these. It's YouTube
I see
going,
what you're saying.
YouTube
I don't
going,
know nothing about
we
this.
give you $2 per 1,000 views now.
Yeah.
Per 10,000 views instead
But
of
then I don't know. Maybe the creators go somewhere else. Though, you know what I mean? Like that's, I guess.
Where though? It's YouTube. I fucking love it.
I know, but like that. I guess that's how these things shift. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know what me not having premium does about it, but I worry about it because it's just like textbook capitalism. They're like, okay, let's take this away so we can decide what we're fucking
I'm just
doing.
sick of paying for more shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's expensive as well, but those
How many
ads are fucking
subscriptions can you
annoying.
have? Oh, dude, and they're getting bold with them now.
Oh yeah, two 30
back to back
second
30 second no skip. Fuck
You
off.
I'm signing up after this. Actually, it's pissed me the fuck off. It's pissed me off. Anyway, I was watching a video yesterday, and it was like 10 most jacked people in heavy music. Have you seen this? Have you seen the video?
Oh,
You did the one you said
the
other day.
TikTok, the TikTok thing, the
think
Instagram,
so.
Instagram
Yeah,
reel.
yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
reel.
I mean, I saw the full YouTube version, and
Oh, I didn't know there was one.
you're like number 3. You're number 3.
So my mate from thank you for whoever put me out like that. Fucking gave me a big G up. But our mate from the gym, shout out Josh Parks. This is from like me and
He
Josh.
sent it to you.
Yes.
Fuck, that's sick.
So me and
Shout out,
Josh and I got my first ever gym subscription. Like I signed up for the gym 10 years ago with Josh and B-Chan, just as a Plus Fitness back at home. And anyways, a homie that we met through there, he's a fireman. He's just a straight up normie. Never been to a hardcore show. Didn't know anything about it. Dad, amazing guy. Haven't seen him in like years. He sent me the meme. He sent me this video, and I didn't look at it because we were on tour, and I just thought maybe it was going to be a hardcore meme, and I forgot about it. And then he followed up again and goes, "You're in this." Like my mate sent it to me, and I watched it, and I was like, "What is this?" And then yeah, it came out, and I was like listed in it, and I was like, "Well, mad respect, thank you." And I'm glad that James Blaggy was number 1. 'Cause that's the fact.
He is the most jacked.
But also the person that did that has never heard of like Citizen or fucking Living Weapon or Fleshwater. Like,
Did you see number 2 was like the guy from Imagine Dragons?
Really?
And I was just like, that's just a guy, and his music stinks. But like, I was just like, that's just the guy. And then you at number 3, I was like, fuck
We're
yeah.
all
And
just
it just
guys.
popped up yesterday. I was watching it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna meet him tomorrow.
That's funny.
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
So
And
what
then
do
I
you
was
think, bro? What do you
Yeah,
think?
fucking yeah, but it comes out on stage. It comes out on stage. It's good though. You got that fucking. I was about to say Bruce Lee rip, but then I feel like that's.
That's a G up. If it's
Yeah.
anywhere in that.
But do you do martial arts?
No, I don't. My brother does. Aaron and Dennis do. They do BJJ. I look heavily, but I just lift weights. That's it.
I used to do Muay Thai, and then it fucked my drumming so much. 'Cause
Really?
I could only play the drums if I like heavily wrapped my hands before doing any kind of work. And then I just couldn't be bothered to wrap my hands, and I'd do it, and then I'd go and try and play a show, and I just like, I can't hold fucking drumsticks.
Yeah.
But
That's-
I miss it. I miss like the whole atmosphere and shit like that.
That's why that's one of the reasons why I didn't get into martial arts or anything. Because I know, firstly, I'm just obsessed with it and love it. And I can only have so many things in my life that I can fully obsess with. And the second thing is the injuries. Like, that's why I stopped powerlifting.
You break that fucking pinky in BJJ, you're fucked.
No way, sir.
The
I
band,
need
is, the
pinky,
band
bro.
is fucking done. Even I know there's a lot of pinky in the fucking Flute. But
Yeah.
You used to be a powerlifter? Or you still a
we all
powerlifter?
did. We all did. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your,
Four of us
give
at
me the
least.
fucking numbers, boys. Let's go.
Bro, it's been ages, man.
Best ever. You must know your best ever. Come on.
Like last time I stepped on the platform, because we all competed. Like 4 of us all in speed we all competed. Like
I'll give me best in the gym. Competing is different, and these people won't know that.
230 deadlift. I never did a
kilos.
1 rep. I did 170 for 2 squat and 120 bench.
Yeah, you got 120 bench for
120
sure.
bench, Yeah,
Remember
that's scissors. I was competing at 66 kilos.
Shit,
Small.
that's fucking crazy.
Small. My brother Aaron was competing at 59.
Aaron was no, Dennis is probably strongest pound for pound, right?
Dennis-
But Aaron was a fucking beast.
Dennis squatted
Back in the day.
300 for a double, unequipped.
Yeah.
Raw. When I meet people though, I introduced Dennis, I'm like, bro, this guy fucking squatted 300 for a double, bro.
That's fucking.
In fucking sleeves. That's
He
it.
was like one of the OG Sydney hardcore powerlifters. He was on it before.
That's why we
any of
started.
us,
That's why
yeah.
we started.
He looks like he's
Yeah.
he looks like he's fucking
He's still strong as fuck, dude. Like he's, but also like
just built diff.
Yeah.
yeah,
one of those.
and like he's like probably the leanest has been like since we've known him right now. But he's like so athletic as well. Like I think the jiu-jitsu shit has just made him even more. Like,
He's obsessed with jiu-jitsu now.
Yeah,
like,
he fucking
fully
loves it.
obsessed with it. Like everyone
Yeah.
gets.
What was your best?
I was never super strong to be honest.
You had a mad squat, bro.
My squat was my strongest lift. It really pissed me off. I squatted 195 and I almost hit 200 in a comp, but I got sick that week. And I reckon if I didn't, I would have fucking smoked it.
200 squat is fucking nuts.
Bro,
I loved squatting,
he has
dude.
fucking
I
turkey
loved
thighs,
squatting.
bro.
Yeah.
This guy has a rump ass, bro. The Flutes. I'm serious,
See,
bro.
But my knees are fucked now.
I stopped. So I did, I guess, kind of powerlifting, but I never competed. And at 75, I did 200 was my best dead, but I can still pull up a 200 now, like
Yep.
just for fun.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
awesome.
don't even train deadlifts, and I'll
Yeah.
just go pick one up.
Nice.
I got a 140 bench once,
That's
which is
awesome.
that's
Holy
the fucking
shit, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
best time of my life.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And then 180 squat.
Yeah, nice, dude.
But like
Okay.
once I got to those, I could never 210. I just couldn't pick it up off the ground. 200. It's just like a mental block. 200, I could just pick it up.
Yeah.
200 was the barrier for me always, bro. 200
Yeah.
was the barrier. I remember my first comp, I hit 195. It took me 2 years because of injuries as well. It took me 2 years to hit 200. Once I hit 200, it was just like all the way to 230. But since then, bro, I stopped powerlifting. It's been bodybuilding. I haven't done barbell work, honestly, since last year. Because I fucking got 3 herniated discs. Like,
I did the same thing, but 'cause I broke my back and I couldn't squat.
Yeah. Fuck.
Weirdly, I could still deadlift, but I couldn't squat because it just hurt in the position it was. And then I switched to bodybuilding. I got a bodybuilding program, and then I got fucking wham from it. I was like, wait, why haven't I been
what?
doing wham?
What's
like
wham?
fucking jacked from it.
Oh,
like
nice.
I looked,
Nice.
Yeah.
I looked way. You know, I'm not
Oh, it makes
actually big on
sense.
myself. I
Yeah.
just looked way better, and I was
Yeah.
like, wait, why was I lifting all those fucking heavy weights?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's different style for sure. If you're training hypertrophy, you're going to get.
I do miss just ripping something heavy though.
Dude, I wish that I could go back, but I just can't be fucked, man.
You can't be fucked. You're out.
Yeah, no
Totally
way.
out.
Oh, I mean, like, I'm trying to get back to just like bodybuilding style shit. Like you said, I just want to be jacked. Like, I don't give a fuck about being strong at all.
Yeah.
But back then, man, it was like 4 or 5 days in the gym, 2 hours every time, training like intense programs. You know what I mean? Competing a couple times a year, like
The CNS, central
Yeah.
nervous system.
yeah,
Going on tour, like I would try and lift heavy on tour, and
Oh,
I would
no
just
way.
it would catch up to me in about a
Yeah.
week, and I was like,
Yeah,
I can't fucking function.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
also, we were competing like almost 10 years ago now.
It was our lives.
So we were
Like,
made out of rubber at that point. Like
you
it's
kind of
different
have to, yeah. We're like on our 30s now. Like, for me, like lifting weights and just like fitness in general is just, it's been an awesome journey too, because it's just about adapting and finding ways that you can just fit it into your life. Like the two biggest passions for me are like music and lifting weights, you know, and it's always evolved. And like, especially with all the bro science out there and all other shit, like you have to you fucking only do fucking like rope curls and don't do fucking easy bar curls. Like there's so much bullshit like out there.
Yeah.
Like really like just finding ways that you can enjoy being active
Yeah.
and stay healthy that fit your lifestyle. That's it. If you can find a way to be physical, like my partner, for example, like she didn't want to go to the gym for like first 5 years of us being together. And then I was like, why don't you watch like fucking Korean dramas and Chinese dramas for fucking 6 hours a day? Why don't you, like one episode's 45 minutes. Why don't you just like walk on a treadmill while you watch it? And she did that. And now she loves walking. And now she's fucking obsessed with it, bro. Absolutely obsessed. And she's already tiny, but she like lost so much weight, the fittest she's ever been in her whole life. And like, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's walking or skipping, fucking bouldering or fucking picking up weights, or as long as you can just find something that you enjoy and you can stick with it consistently, that's dope.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
enjoy it. Like I just
have to enjoy it,
fucking
bro.
straight up love it.
Yeah,
Like,
of course, me too.
on tour, I go every single fucking day.
Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like I fucking just love it. I sent Dennis a list actually the last time you guys were in the States. He was like, I need gyms that let me in for free, and I've got like a folder on my computer of like
Sick.
all the gyms, how much I paid, and all this shit. Fucking real autism hours. And I was just like, there you go. So I don't know if you used.
We
it,
got a
but-
Platinum Fitness membership when we landed for the 6 weeks we were with Knock Loose, and we were just trying to hit that. Like, it probably averaged out to about once a week.
Yeah.
We had
Oh,
three-
that's what it was. He was asking where he could get a barbell because
Yeah,
it
because
was
they don't do
Planet
bars.
Fitness.
Yeah.
But I fuck with the Planet Fitness. Like they get
Does the job.
hated on.
It was-
It gets the job done.
Dude, it
It's
was
cheap.
dope, dude. Those machines
Yeah.
are silky, bro.
it's
We
sweet.
set the
Fucking
lunk
pump
alarm
on.
off.
Yeah.
Did you?
Nah, not really.
Oh.
The dude came out and was like, "You want me to do it?" We were like, "Yeah, fuck it, set it up."
I've never seen it set off.
Nah, I think it's just there
as a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be a Planet Fitness guy soon.
It was
It does
dope.
the
It's
job,
so
dude.
accessible. Yeah, dude, it was mad, bro.
Like
Like,
post up in a
They're fucking
massage
everywhere.
chair for 10 minutes
Get a
after.
shower.
fuck what anyone says, bro. Like, if you have anything, if you have anything or you have nothing, you can train. Like, it doesn't need to be barbells. It can be machines. It can be ropes. It can be cables. It can be your own body weight. Like, you know, like you can make something work. Like I was saying this to Naptime Shorty from fucking Day by Day. We hit the gym yesterday. We're talking about routines and everything. And I was like, if I can hit some weights, I'll lift them up. Dope. If I got nothing, I'll lift them up and I'll go intense. You know, I'm just train with intensity. If it's 1 set, 3 sets, whatever you can fit in, just train with intensity. Make sure you've left nothing on the table. You can do that in 1 set.
Dorian Yates.
If I don't have weights, then I'll use my body weight. Then I'm just backstage doing push-ups until I can't fucking do anymore. You know, that's it. And as long as you've gone hard, you're gonna go somewhere. You know, so
Where were you yesterday?
Bristol.
What was the gym?
LA gym.
LA
It's called
gym.
LA gym.
LA gym, Bristol.
It was
Never
for
been.
old school, bro.
We could have went. Oh man, Extreme Gym Glasgow. We could have went. It's fucking crazy.
If I had known, I would have loved to, bro. That would have been awesome.
It's fucking nuts.
Next time, let's do it.
Yeah, it's like a US Mecca style
Sick.
like warehouse
Wow.
of insane fucking gyms.
And we literally train at the most lowest of the low cheapest commercial gym at home. I don't have anything fancy.
I want the one that's the most disgusting. I want the Roider fucking disgusting. Fucking
I love
gym.
getting in that.
Iron Dungeon.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite shit.
Yeah,
man.
If it's got a sharps bin, I'm in the right fucking place.
That's
You-
awesome.
Bro, juice is crazy now, bro. I didn't
Yeah.
know that it was like that.
It's fucking
going
everywhere.
nuts.
It's crazy, yeah.
I think I'm gonna let you go and have some fucking lunch and do what you want. I appreciate it. I think for me personally, enjoying your band from afar, getting to know you, I just like your band even fucking more.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're real.
fucking
You're
awesome.
real ones.
I thank you, Greg. I and that's what I always honestly like. It is funny. It's funny being just like people from a small town, just of your own friendship circle, starting a band like any other hardcore band starts, and then all of a sudden you have people all over the world who are talking about you and thinking they know you're live online. And with all the negative feedback, and anytime I hear that shit, I always say like I'm like, bro, like if you sit down face to face with me and we have a conversation, I'm pretty certain you're gonna walk away. You may not like me, but you at least understand a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think that's the reason why we do this shit, to be honest. Like just literally connecting with people, meeting people. That's the reason why we go on tour. Like for me, the most rewarding thing about being in this band is just being able to be a tourist in like other hardcore scenes and just make a billion new friends. Like you said, it was my birthday yesterday, and on your birthday, people send you messages to say happy birthday, and I was looking at them, and every time I would get one, I'd have to like click on it, and be like, who's this guy again? Oh yeah, that's that dude I met last year, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like that's the sickest shit in the world to me, because there are so many people just like you, and if you sit down and have a chat with them,
you make random friends for life.
We didn't even realize we were in the same
places.
fucking room one time. You know?
Yeah, and then I still speak to some of the Warbrain guys. Like I still like, even like you guys are in Japan.
Yeah.
Like I've made friends in Japan. Like the next time I go as a tourist, that they're just like fucking Koba. You know?
Yeah,
Koba.
dude, the man.
And he's just like, oh yeah, I'll show you around. Like fucking
Yep.
just take me to some giant shrine. Like takes time out of his fucking day. He only knows me from a show. Like it's fucking sick.
He's a fucking.
it's not even
king,
about like just friends. I think the way that you make friends through this vehicle is very different too. It's a much deeper thing. I mean, like I met Whispers 10 years ago, bro, in Bangkok, and they are our fucking brothers. They may as well be our brother band. Like, and to be out here in Europe for the first time ever and see them fucking destroy it, and to be able to make memories with them and just like travel the world with them after they have welcomed everyone else in the world to their town, their city, and their hub of like Bangkok hardcore, which is the most special. Like that is fuck a bus, a nightliner, fuck money, fuck fucking merch sales, fuck like ticket sales, any of that shit, Spotify numbers, or any of that fucking bullshit you want to talk about. Like being able to fucking be out there and live in the moment with these people and just see the gratitude they have and the gratitude that we share together. It's like, that is invaluable. You know what I'm saying? And bro, like we're in fucking Glasgow, bro. Shout out Northern Unrest, bro. One of the sickest, in my opinion, the two sickest hardcore scenes in the whole world right now is Bangkok hardcore and Glasgow hardcore. And Northern Unrest now, like it's our first, I've been looking forward to being in Glasgow for fucking 2 years now, ever since Despise and DOP and Hellbound and Nothing But Enemies, and their whole network of bands have popped up, bro. Like what is like, bro? Before my main frame of reference for fucking Scotland was like fucking Austin Powers and Shrek, bro. Like and like Bagpipes.
Fat bastard.
You know, I'm an ignorant.
That's slightly more north. That
I'm an ignorant Australian, bro. who thought that fucking Scotland would have the freshest, most violent, most insanely musical hardcore scene, period, bro? Like Northern Unrest is insane. And the fact that we get to play, like, those guys are awesome. We get to play with DOP out here. Like, that is peak tourism, bro. I feel like we're, you know, like,
Other side of the world hits different, doesn't it? Like,
for sure.
so sick.
That's
But
how I
also
feel.
the way that you can just create your own scene and network and put it on, like, export like your niche little culture from your little part of the world to the rest. Like, it's so crazy. Who would have thought Glasgow would be a hotspot like this? It is. I'm very excited about tonight. I'm very
So
excited.
am
gonna
I.
be nuts.
I'm fucking
Yeah.
stooed. I'll let you go and get some lunch. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you,
Dude,
Craig, for
thank
having
you
us.
for having us.
Wonderful.
You're
Thank
fucking
you.
awesome.
Peace.